Alright, I think we're back. Yeah, we're back. Alright, so, it's been a while. I want to say it's been a couple weeks since we actually did one of these developer streams. But, since we actually have gotten a decent ways in, I want to spend a little bit of time today cleaning up code. Now, this is part of the development process that a lot of people find fairly boring. So, for starters, I'm going to press play and make sure that we can test it. Every once in a while, you'll just Alright, so it does work. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go into my objects here and I'm going to look at my master object list. So let's look at our controller rules here. So it's going to draw that collision line. Um, hmm. We'll work on coding stuff for that multiplayer later, but what I want to do first is I need to test a few things out. So let's go into our room here. And I'm going to, first off, I'm going to move, oh wait, that's cores. I'm going to move their enemy object behind the wall just to test something. Yeah, they need to actually see you to start moving. So, I want to make one. I'm going to work a little bit on this AI, but what I want to do is I want to go into my controller entity here. And I kind of want to split the character selection. Yeah, I just realized we're also going to have to make sprites for them going up and down and all that. But for right now, we're just kind of working on the very baseline stuff. So this right here, essentially what it does is it will check for the target, and if it does not, it draws a line from this object to any playable object, and it will check if the line collides or not, and then so it's HSP and VSP. And I want to say I put it into the game rules tab here. Alright, so what I'm going to do in a little bit is change the turn time. I'm going to make some rules with the turn timer for multiplayer later, but at least for right now, one thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and work on a menu system. Now, there is an online video that I used to use for that, and I don't want to just plagiarize someone's YouTube video while I'm make my own work. So, I'm making another game maker window, and that one's gonna go right there. Later. And this one is in Project Waveshift. If I were to go ahead and show you kind of what I'm thinking about right now, because this game has a lot of assets that we can, a lot of assets and code that we can take from and reuse. So how Project Waveshift works. It takes it a second to build this one because there's a decent amount of context in it. And I should probably turn this down just in case, because we don't want to have to deal with a copyright claim if that happens. So you can control it basically like this, and then if we enter story mode, new game, it has a load and save, it has a movement system, and yeah, wall jump's not activated. This one's a lot more complicated since it's a platformer, and I'm kind of doing this one off stream just because there's not really too much to work with. But let me restate it. It's not that there's too much to work with, it's just that this one doesn't seem like it would be the kind of thing I want to really do communally. At least not yet, because this project's probably going to take a lot more time just due to the complexity of it. But yeah, you see like stuff like the camera system and all that is very much controlled by this. And then if you press escape, you have a menu here where it's like, say I go into options, controls, accessibility, visual, sound, back, load, save. So you have stuff that you can put in here. And I want to kind of copy and paste that system into here. I forget where it is though. So asset. Why is the asset browser so large on this one? Okay. Workspace. I don't want to completely close it, but I do need, it's in my objects, menus and UI, pods menu, there we go. I want to say nope. Title screen. Alright, so all this is listed right here. So menu item, creation, if except key vermin. All right. Okay, that one is just the new and load game steps. Or is it, it's under one of these. Okay, yeah, that one's the very basic save and load one I made. Score screen. Object 37, that one's not essential to anything. Or is it under game? That might be what it's under. Oh, this one just creates the... I'm trying to remember where I put it. There is text box here. These are going to be fairly easy to code in. So with text box, what I usually have it do is just similar to, if you look at our UI, it's just going to draw a specific shape at the bottom, and then you draw the text. Title screen, score screen. Shoot, I'm trying to remember where it is. It's not O score. Oh, essential. Oh, that's just so it. Okay. Menus, map tags, hazard, special lighting, melee, entities, enemies, bullets, player. Is it under the player? Key pause. Let me see if it'll let you do it here. Find. Nope, pause. Wait. If pause equals true. Transitions, game rules, create. HP, pause menu. There's nothing there. Save and load. Oh wait, that's not there. Object 37. Score saved. Here we go. So it's a step event. Here we go. Break-in. Title screen has all the elements we need to actually discuss this. So we're going to, I think the best way to do this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this code over on this screen and put my actual, here, let me go ahead and open, create an object here. Oh, game rules, playable players, UI. Oh, system. Alright, so I'm going to create an object here called O menus. Add event, creation, and let's go ahead and start here. So this is going to set menu variables. I just put var here. Ymax equals display get GUI height, xmax equals display get GUI width. There are a few other commands here that are specific, more so for if you're doing a mobile game, like getting the orientation if you want to do it between landscape and portrait or things like that. Usually I put a debug option in here, so debug equals false. Yada yada, but let's just go ahead and let's focus on the very basic ones. Okay, so menu level equals 0, menu items equals 0. And then we're going to go ahead and put the menu items here. So let's just put it as command menu items. And so I'm going to do command menu, and this is an array. So with how arrays work, it's the brackets. So command menu 0, 0, and this is going to equal attack. Just so we have, this is a string, so it's going to equal that string of text. It's not any code or anything. All right. Command menu 0, 1 equals, oh yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and, just because I like to make sure to do it with these, just because sometimes strings can be a little weird on the code. So we have attack, harmonics, command menu 0, 2 equals equipment. Oh yep, I have it on my whiteboard over here. Wait, yeah, let's change this to inventory. What we could do to actually make this easier is we're going to change this from attack to, yeah, we're going to make that attack actually. Attack, harmonics, inventory. I know I could technically copy paste this, but it's just, you know, you're going to be typing out a lot for this, so might as well just get used to it. Command menu 3 equals, we have inventory as an option. We have attack, harmonics, inventory are all up there. Let's do guard. And I think it's just guard. And what we're going to do eventually is we're going to give players like arrays that list like skills and attacks out and all that. So it's going to kind of be a little more in-depth than this, but command menu 3, command menu 4 equals, let's make this one move, so that one will let you drop the menu down. And let's see here, attack, harmonics, inventory, guard, and I want to add one more in here. Let's do it right above inventory just because it makes sense. Here, so let's do a 3, 4, 5, and then 2. So with this one, I'm trying to think what would be a good way to put this command. Oh, yeah, so equals, and the rest of it's probably going to be under button command. What I'm probably going to do for this menu is it's going to be you can optionally activate it, but you will have a few of these kind of quick keyed. So attack, for example, that's going to be your standard melee or aiming attack, so that's going to be quick keyed. And if you have a melee weapon, of course, it's going to be, excuse me, if you have a ranged weapon, of course, it's going to be press one button to unsheath it and use it, and then another button to put it back in. Inventory, this one, inventory and harmonics. With harmonics, it lets you switch the one quick keyed, or if you want to use, say your character has fire and water, and you want to use water, but you don't want to switch out the quick equip that you have for fire, then you can just manually switch it here. And then, what we're going to also add here is interact. Actually, excuse me. I'm trying to think of a good name for it. Skills. Let's just because I can easily just go in and change the name in the string later. So let's just go with skills. Now it should all work out. Yep. So we have 5 items in this one. Let's go ahead and go into our inventory. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do inventory. Okay, actually, excuse me. Attack commands. So how this one's going to work is it's going to be command menu, zero, excuse me, 1, 0 equals standard excuse me, actually it's not going to be under harmonics, it's going to be under yeah, it's going to be under harmonics. So equals, let's change it from move to, because this will just make more sense in the wider context, back. Alright, so we're going to say for the harmonics, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and redo the heading. Harmonic commands. Eventually we'll change what I'm probably going to do is just put, for now, let's just do fire command menu 1, 1, and this one will be water. So that way we just have kind of commands listed. That makes it a little bit easier to actually know what our options are for that. And then I'm just going to do command menu 1, 2 equals back. Alright, so we have all those in there, and then I'm going to do one more here, and this will be skills, and this one is going to be an example of what we're going to do when we want to make a larger one. So I'm going to kind of save that for later once we have a little more infrastructure to work with. And let me see here. Guard. We already have skills, inventory. There we go. All right, command menu 2, 0 equals equip menu 2 1 equals item command menu 2 comma 2 equals store. And of course, command menu 2 comma 3 equals back. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to go ahead and what I'm probably going to do is what I like to call an array feed. Let me just check here. Yeah, I'll probably do an array feed for these where there's an array that's drawn for the various items we have, and then it just kind of goes from there. But, yeah, so basically what we have here is a very basic system that will allow us to kind of work within the menu. What I'm going to actually do here is I'm going to go into the game rules. Global turn count equals 0. Global turn equals 1. Turn timer equals 60. Step. Turn switching. So what we need to do is we need to make one edit here so that it knows to... Actually, no, because you don't need to worry about that with the characters. What am I thinking? I was going to say we need to make it pause when those menus pull up, but we actually do not, just with how the game works. And with multiplayer, it would slow things down anyway. So we're not going to worry about that right now. We don't need to actually touch game rules at all this episode. So menu it is, if we can just find where O menu, where I put it a second ago. O menus, there we go. Alright, and we're going to add a step event, and this will be menu function. Granted, this is not my, this way of making menus is not my design. I have a mind blank on who exactly made this style of menu, but I will leave a credit to them once I remember. Alright, so we'll work on it. We're just going to add a placeholder. Up underscore key equals keyboard check pressed VK underscore up and down key equals keyboard check pressed VK down. There we go. So that's our keyboard checks. And then we just need to do an accept key equals keyboard check pressed VK space. There we go. So those are our keys. And now we have a few more variables that we need to actually work with. And let me make sure I didn't need to. Oh, I need to define them over here. Menu, and then we have we have POS equals 0 and space equals, let's just, I have 64 listed over here, so let's just go with 64. Step, there we go. There's one, yeah, there is one more event we actually need to add for that. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to add, this one's actually the kind of the simplest. And let me check my text options here, see what I have font-wise. FHUD. Yeah, let's just go with the HUD font. Add event. Draw. GUI. And here we go. We're just going to say here that it's draw menu. And this one's actually a fairly simple one. So it is draw text, draw underscore set alpha to 1, draw set font FHUD, draw set H-align FA center, draw set V align FA middle. And then we're going to make a temporary variable, so var m for m equals 0, m is greater than menu items m plus plus. And now we have to just put more here. Is there an issue with this one up here? Okay, no there isn't. Alright, var var underscore c, that's where the color, equals c white if POS equals m c underscore c equals c underscore yellow. We can change all the colors and all that later. That's not important. It's just this is usually the easiest way to test it, and I'm essentially just copy pasting old code. Draw text color alright, here we go. X max divided by 2, y max divided by 2, minus 200 plus m times space and then this right here is where we're going to actually add the menu. Here, give me 1 second. I'm going to go ahead and full screen this just to make it. Alright, there we go. Space. It is going to be command menu menu level M, and it's underscore C, underscore C, underscore C, underscore C, because there's 4 colors, and then for alpha, 1. And then we go enter, and we close the brackets. Now, time for the actual step command, where this is where it gets more complicated, believe it or not. All right. If POS is greater than or equal to menu items, POS equals 0. That way we cannot go off the menu and crash the game. If POS is less than 0, POS equals menu items minus 1. Perfect. And I'm going to just add one more bit of code here. POS plus or minus plus equals down underscore key minus key up minus up underscore key. So there's all that. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to go to options. So this loads your actual options. Menu items equals array underscore length command menu level. So that's going to read for the menu level layer of the command length. Okay, let's see here. Options. If except key var underscore ml equals menu level. And here we go. This is where it gets complicated. So, switch menu level. So this makes it a switch variable. So it's going to read if it is a specific amount before proceeding. And actually I forgot one more thing. Right here we have case 0. All right. I don't know exactly why that has to be there. I don't remember at the moment, but here we go. So let's start by referencing our command list here. So we have attack and excuse me, this does not need to be here right now. And that would be case zero. Switch POS switch menu level, wait, attack case. Oh yeah, you need one before your, excuse me, switch POS, case 0, menu level equals 1. And then we have to, this is the thing you need to remember, and that will be break. All right, so how essentially this is going to work, and I'm going to go ahead and, just so I know, alright, so this will be, just so it knows what to do, command menu will be right there. So case 0, break, and right under here, right before this case 0, this is attack. And I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure my enters look fine. All right. Wait, oh, no. Yeah, just case and break for this one right now. All right, so for this one, we have harmonics, and it's going to be case 1, menu level equals 1. Break. This segment's just very repetitive. That's all it really is. It's not too hard to code. It's just, yeah, so say we have something else we want to add here. Let's see here. Skills, case 2, break, and I'm going to go ahead and work on the rest of those variables later, but right now I just want to get through these. Because what you essentially do, let's see here, case 3. All right. Inventory. Case 3. Menu level equals 2. And then break. And then we have a few more we need to do. In particular right here. Guard. Case 2. Excuse me, case 4. Break. And then back. Case 5. I want to say it's 5 on there too, so it's just what we want to check. Yep, 5, and it's going to destroy layer, destroy instance self. So that way it's just going to destroy itself when it's done. So break, and that is all the ones for that menu. here we had to put a break. All right, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then what we're going to just do here is just for now, I'm gonna do this, but you'll see what I mean here in a. Wait, or do I need to put another one down here? All right, there we go. So that way for now, at least, if we start this, it should. All right, and then I'm gonna do one more thing with this room. I'm going to go ahead and create the menu item. And let's just see if it should draw everything. Let's see here. Variable index 3 out of range. Board. What does it mean by that? Buyer. Command menu. Menu level. I know I'm missing something. Alright, let's just check if we go to that last one, it should just destroy itself. Wait, okay. Abort. Let me see if I forgot to add anything. Okay, create menu level, menu items. Check. Alright, and draw GUI. Step. Accept key. One, two, three, four, five. Wait a minute. Wait. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It should still. Wait, let's go O menus. Let me check something. Training mode. Right, so inventory and harmonics are the two where it's... Alright, yeah, it's down here. Wait a second. Case 1. It's something you need. Yeah, it's a... We're just going to add 1 right under here. And we're going to do if underscore ml does not equal menu level POS equals 0. New items equals array underscore length command menu level. Let's see what it does now. Alright, and we're just going to set it so that if menu active equals true, then it will go through all this. And same thing for over here, it's going to be if menu underscore active equals true, then it will check all of this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and just enter a few times. So that way I know, hey, that's telling it to only check the, and just by default, let's go menu underscore active equals false. So now if I turn it on, gonna go ahead and do something here. I'm gonna go into my workspace and go into the controller object, and we're gonna create a new variable here, key input defined, key underscore menu equals keyboard check pressed, wait, ord m. Let's just put it as m right now, just so we have something to work with. Here, M. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and edit this and go menu. We're gonna, let's put it right above the harmonic change array. So here we go. Command menu. If menus dot menu active equals false, and key menu menus.active equals true if dot menu active equals true and key underscore menu menus dot menu underscore active equals true equals false. So this way what we can actually do here, let me go ahead and control one. Where is it? Check released BK enter. Let's just do enter because that would kind of be a menu active equals false. I might have made a mistake on the player side. That would probably make the most sense. Let's have a check for that. Let's see if it actually is activating it. So, all right, so it knows to if key menu and see, I picked enter mainly because if you set it to a releasing key, what it's probably doing is turning on and off really quickly. Oh yeah. Else if. Let's see, if we do an else if, that might. There we go. And if we go back here, all right, so say we go into inventory, yeah. What we're gonna do is we are going to go into our menu here, and we're gonna go ahead and set up that next section. Break. Case 1. And it's going to be switch POS and here we go. So right above here I'm gonna put harmonic menu switch POS equals, okay, let's see here, break switch POS case 0 O harmonics. Hey, let's see here. We can, let's see here, just case 0. Just for now, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna break these really quickly. Case 1 break, and what I kind of want to do is I want to let's see here, case 2 Alright, and let's see here. Back. These two, menu level equals 0. Break. And we have one more to do. Break. Because if you don't put a break there, then it doesn't break that case. So if we go to harmonics and hit back, it does not work for our inventory here yet, but it will work eventually. Let me see here. Yeah, our menu is kind of in good shape. But what I want to do, since we have our menu in shape, is I want to work on stuff that's specific to our players. So, let's go to playable and see what variables we already have. So, variable definitions, character ID. Alright, I'm gonna do this right here, and we're gonna create object called car array. So, what this is going to do is define variables that are going to be pulled for specific. I don't know if I should do this as its own object, actually. I'm trying to think through this. Because what I think ideally what you want to happen, actually let's go to playable. Get inputs and add event. Actually I think there is something in controller here. Create harmonic ID, harmonic underscore env ID. Alright. Movement variables can control. By default it's false. Character number equals 0, car. Yeah. So alright, so we're gonna just go ahead and create this. And actually, you know what? No, let's do it under game rules, because that way we have something that's already going to, yeah. Or is it? Let's see what we actually, before I do anything else, let's look at what we have. HUD, menus, system. Alright, let's just make a segment called car array. Because if we do a system object that is, let me see here, persistent, it's not visible, there we go. So, upon creation, it's going to create these character arrays, which are going to define what each character can do. So, we're gonna do it like, I'm gonna go ahead and make just what I like to call the array outline. So, our array outline, how that usually works, at least with how I do it, is I like to // and then I will outline whatever is going to be in that array, after tabbing it. So first we have the character, pretty much character name, character stat array. Pretty much what it's going to be is arrays within arrays, where it will it's going to have a set of arrays for the character that will be plugged in. Actually, excuse me, character name, stat array, skill array, inventory array. So all these are going to be arrays that are going to be pulled from a specific character. So what, pretty much with how it's going to work is for, I'm going to go ahead and just outline how a few of these will work. So this will be like a one-level array. And since I usually like to just outline the stuff in an array in a straightforward fashion after it's under subcategories, so we would have HP, attack, DEF, HP, attack, and defense. Those are kind of the essential ones. We also have, shoot, it's in the, it's somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. Darn it. I know HP, attack, and defense kind of need to be there. There's like one more, and it's in the back of my head, and I can't remember it. Oh, see here, MP, AP. Let's just keep it at those two. And then maybe like speed. Skill array. So this one's going to be a unique one in that it's going to be, it's just going to be a skill. This will be processed separately, so just list of skills. So for every skill, it's going to have an associated string, which that will be the name. Let's see here. Inventory array. I want to keep that as is for right now. I would say let's see here. It's going. This one's actually going to be a multi-level array. So it's going to be item, and then as a subsection of that, you're going to have name and amount. Mainly because those are the two things that are not going to be shared between items. So like your names are going to be different and your amounts are going to be different. Let's go right above skill array and do harmonic array. And this is what is going to be in that harmonic array. It's going to be list of harmonics, name, amount, and let's actually add one more thing. Name, flavor text, amount. That way we just have more list of harmonics, and then for each one it's going to have the associated name, element, state, and state chance. Oh wait, let's see here. Name, element, state, state chance, cost and I guess movement type, cost, AoE. I know we do have a few arrays that are already in here. I'm just kind of listing a few off as an example. Because the character array is what the menu will eventually read. We're going to feed the list of the inventory array, the skill array, all that into the menu, so it knows what to draw for the menu. Essentially what it's going to do is it's going to say, okay, so this menu belongs to player A and this one belongs to player B. With how that menu works, essentially I'll probably just copy paste it, but change where the menu draws. Alright, so let's say we open... Oh, wait a second. Alright, I'm gonna do something here with our controller object. We're gonna have to set it so that the player doesn't move when that menu variable's up. So let's see here, step. Actually, let's do it in the, we can do it in the menu manager later, because here's the issue. I don't want to make it spaghetti coded, mainly because if we spaghetti code it, then we're going to run into one very, very likely issue, which is, let me go ahead and show it with chorus here. Let me see here. Enter. Wait a minute. If I go to... Oh, we can go back to the menu. Actually, there's now a solution to do this with the menu. Menu underscore active equals false, and let's just say POS equals 0. I want to say that's what it would do. There we go. Yeah, now it's going to start back at the top if you exit the menu. I'm going to have to work on how movement works. I do have one idea, actually. If we go to the game rules here and add an in-between turn, that would make things a whole lot easier, because then we can have process and a global turn. equals 2, turn equals 3, let's see here. Let's just say if it's greater than 1. If global.turn timer equals 0 and global.turn equals 3, global.turn equals 1, global.turn equals global.turn timer equals 60. All right, we can edit it later, but I'm gonna go ahead and do one more thing with our controller variable here, and that would be if we go into here, we just need to make one quick adjustment with our step variables. That'll be turn 2, and global.turn equals 3, global.turn equals, if global.turn does not equal 3, that would probably be the best. And global.turn equals 1, turn does not equal 1. Go, and then there should be harmonics. It's 2. There we go. So now there's going to be a short term between the two, where it's going to be here. Let me move Symphonia to where they can see her. Oh, I know what happened here. Okay, it would be in the game rules object. All right, let me go ahead and do one thing. If I cut this and I make it so that it does this beforehand, that might work. If global.term timer equals 1. There we go. That way it's a slight bit different. That might do it. Wait a second. Be in our controller object. sets it to turn 2. So your if key harmonics and global dot turn equals 1. Maybe? What is... if global.turn does not equal 1, if global.turn equals 2. There we go. Now it's just like a small thing in between where it's going to volley between the turns, kind of. So let's see here. Like if we did... Okay, so that works, yeah. Yeah, that's what we could do is we could make a mathematical system for these. See, that way we can just use element as the key if instance plays. Yeah, we can work with that. But I think we've made good progress today. Menu is in there. Let me go ahead and file, save. So our turn count is in there too. Kind of want to do a little bit of work on enemy AI while I'm at it though. So. If it returns false, then it will go after the enemy. Let me do something here. So, if we can keep it like that, and then we can do a little command here. So, you go ahead and just backspace all that. With instance create layer, yada yada, Control C. This is current harmonic, team equals 2, speed equals, oh, alright. So if we do that, let's make a switch called can attack and set it by this here. Can equals point direction x y target dot x target dot y. All right. If can attack and then can attack equals false. So that way it's just going to know to fire one. And let's see here. So if I were to move set it to true by default because they can't actually move until their turn anyway. And okay, yeah, cut. other dots equals x point direction x, y, x, so that way it just knows which direction to set it. So let's go ahead and put Symphonia out in front of him. What the? Oh. Speed equals har underscore speed. That way it will move whenever it is variable 2. So if we do why does it keep spawning them? And then we're just going to do it here. Can attack equals false. There we go. If x, yeah, we're just gonna put a circle around the player eventually and say, hey, if they're within this range, they won't. Zero. If enemy true. This way it doesn't continually crash. Mainly because some stuff here is tied to the actual character, so... Alright, what if I were to do some, like... Alright, so it does take... Yeah, we'll set it to destroy itself when we'll set harmonics to destroy themselves when they collide. These players at some point. If horrorcall.team... Alright. What we can do here is we can... So we're gonna eventually do more with this, like take this off and give it its own kind of thing. The main reason I'm leaving it on here is just because this way it makes the AI a little easier to control. Then what we can eventually do is take this, take all of these variables, throw them onto the enemy object, and then it's going to still have all these. But we can just kind of make it its own thing. I'm kind of just making it off of the player right now just because it makes a whole lot of this easier. So, what the other thing I wanted to do today was, actually let's do one thing with... Let's go back to game rules and edit one thing, actually. Alright. Global dot here. Upon creation, we're going to have player held player start equals true. If global turn equals true, player start equals false. If global.turn equals, excuse me, equals 3. If global.turn if player start equals true, and then it's going to be else, and I'm gonna go ahead and just copy paste this because it's literally the exact same thing. We just change the turn to 1. That actually might have done it. All right, let me see here. So if we wait, is he wait, global turn equals 3. Player start equals false. Yeah, I think you just need true. All right. Yeah, that way it sets everything right before ping-ponging. All right, so let me choose chorus and make him like go up here. Actually, what we could do is we could do it off of a different timer eventually, but I think for right now at least it's fine as it is. So like if we go to we're gonna go back into the controller object here. If turn does not equal 3, can attack equals true. There we go. That way it's going to reset it every single time. Oh, if global dot turn. All right. That should fix that issue we were having with them only putting 1 out. Gonna cut that. That one's not that hard to redo later. But I feel like the issue is it's just moving and shooting rather than just straight up shooting. Because here's my issue right now. It's gonna fire at chorus. if place underscore meeting x y o entity instance destroy ID would be self. It's a fairly simple. All right, so oh, not O entity. O controller. There we go. That way it's going to do it if it collides with the... So I need to check if it will actually damage... If global dot turn equals true and place meeting not true, excuse me. Why do I keep saying it's true? 2. So that way it's only going to destroy itself on turn 2. Global.turn does not. Let's just say 3 right now, because that is... Oh, playable. There we go. All right. Global.turn equals 3 and place meeting. Equals 1. Here, let me do something. So if we do, all right, so it lets me still fire it. but it will let you destroy it if you touch it, right? I feel like I'm getting closer to there because I want to. Ideally, what I want to be able to do is everything stays still and then kind of all moves at once, but that would feel. Turn equals 2 and team does not equal 1 and let me see here. I think it's on my yeah, because we just add that if then it's like that'll work for now. I'll work on it in a bit. But with what we have right now, I think it's pretty good. Only thing I'm probably gonna do is eventually add code so you can tell the sprite direction and also make these spells feel a little more, I guess, shot in the direction. And then we're just going to have something right here where it's going to be specific code. If bounce, we're going to do something here. Bounce equals bounce. And I'm going to go over to the over in our harmonics rules, because none of these are set yet. We're going to add another variable here. This one's going to be bounce equals, yeah, this is a boolean. Let's just say false for, let's make fire bounce. So if bounce equals true, then we're going to go through this code, which pretty much just says place meeting x, y, o, walls, Bounce is true. And place meeting XYO walls. Direction equals direction Wait, let me see here. So it's, if you make it a negative, it's just going to go right back the way it was. I just want it to bounce off at like a 90 degree. Yeah, direction plus 90, I guess. Wait a minute. So this is 180, and let's say I hit this at 90. If you hit it at a 90 degree angle, you want it to go right back. But if you hit it at like a 45, because this is 180, this is a 45, you would want it to 360 divided by 3 is 120. Be the direction plus or minus 120, right? So your negative would send it back the way it is. Wait. Negative direction divided by 1. Wait. 1 divided by negative direction. Let's see if that does it. See, because if you go negative, then it's... Wait, what? No, I could have sworn it would... Huh. I mean, it does fine. It's just the moment you introduce it to an angle. Wait, but say I wanted to... Let me see here. If I were to go into here and just do a little bit of... Gonna add a wall right here. Yeah, let's just say I decided to pinball it off of everything. I mean, maybe what we should do is we should give it a variable of how many players are on each team. Yeah, it should count entity playable, the playable objects and enemy objects. Add them together, and that will be your amount. And then once it hits that amount, then it knows to go on to the next turn. It might be a good way to do it. I don't know. I've been thinking about it a bit, but on the bright side, our turn-based system is implemented now, and it seems like the objects move in a way that's kind of... Alright, so if it... I think I probably should go ahead and... It's been like 2 hours, right? Yeah, I think I'm done for the night. But yeah, that was a good amount of progress for one stream. I'm happy with that. Anyway, till next time, guys. SharpZ.